I'm going to take you through a quick tutorial on how to upload your documentation for compliance onto PlayHQ. So you should all have your certificates by now. That will have been emailed to you. You'll need to make sure that you have downloaded those and you're able to open them on your computer. So there's your first aid certificate, and you will need your CPR certificate that you all would have obtained the other night. We're going to be looking at this renewal date here, so make sure that you have that available. You'll also need to have with you your working with children details. So the first thing you do is open your browser and just type in PlayHQ. Click into the PlayHQ landing page. I'm just going to log out for a second. You'll see here that when you first land, you'll have the option to log in or sign up. If you don't already have an account, please go ahead and sign up so that you can make sure that you now have an account, or log in. Once you log in, you'll see your name is up in the corner there, so you know you've done that. Go into the search bar and type in Ajax. We're going to click into the Junior Football Club. You'll land on our landing page here. Make sure you click register. So just like when registering a player, we're going to register as a volunteer today. You may have already done this with your working with children. That's fine. It'll prompt you to say you already have an account. Would you like to re-register? Please click re-register. Once you get to this page, you want to make sure you choose the correct user. You're registering yourself. If you have a family group, down the bottom here will be your children's names. Please ensure you tick yourself. And we're going to go ahead and register as a volunteer. Click through. It's going to ask you a whole lot of details. If you haven't already filled this in, you'll need to make sure you fill in all the details through here. Making sure that you answer every question that has an asterisk, otherwise you won't be able to go through. When it asks you for your main role, this is from the AFL, we're going to tell them we've got a non-committee role. Then the SMJFL is requiring details. So this is where we're more specific. So our main role at the club here is first aid. Go ahead and choose the age group in which you're going to be the trainer for. If you are going to volunteer in more than one age group, you will put that in the box below. Don't worry about putting in the role there. You don't have to write trainer, you can just put in the age group. You will be a trainer, click yes. Do you have your first aid certificate? Yes. What is the expiry date? So you're going to go ahead and look at the expiry date. Many first aid certificates don't have an expiry date. For example, my first aid certificate doesn't have an expiry date, but I know the date of completion and they last for 3 to 5 years, depending where you got it. So mine's 3 years. So I'll go ahead and put my date in there. Then you come down to your CPR and you're going to click yes, that you have a CPR, and then open up your CPR and it says a renewal date is 1 year after you obtained it. So make sure you put the renewal date in there. This question here asks you, will you be a trainer or first aider for 13 plus? Even if you are, please click medic will be at our home ground. This question is asking you because the SMJFL require further training on emergency response. We don't need to do that training as we have medics at our ground. Click here, you're not a committee member, unless you are. And ignore this question. It's asking players what hoodie size they are. We're not players, so we're going to ignore it. And you'll come down here and you'll see it's got an option to fill your working with children. If you've already done that, it may already be filled in. If you haven't done that, go ahead and fill it in. Save and continue, and it will prompt you through to a payment area. It's obviously $0 because you're a volunteer. And it will click through. You'll end up with a screen that has a green tick and you know you've done your registration. If you've got any questions or anything doesn't go the way you think it has, or you're unsure if yours has been filled properly, please just get in touch with me and I can check it for you. Thanks again for volunteering.